What's up, everybody? I'm True, and today I wanted to make a DayZ kind of a how to get started video, because this game can be extremely difficult when you're first spawning in, and there's a very large learning curve associated with this game in order to get to be one of the top level players. And this game is not entirely, but very largely gear dependent, because when you start off you have no weapons, no food, no backpack. I mean, you have nothing, and you have to find everything that you need in order to survive. So this game is very difficult to really get, established in. So I wanted to make a kind of a video guide here on how to do that. Now, the city that I spawned in front of is Electro. Now, that is one of the two largest cities in the on the map. The other one is Cherno, and these two are like hotbeds for activity for players, because it's where the most buildings are, the most gear, and where you're going to find people. So the first thing that you want to make sure when you're in a big city like this is you always want to be careful about what you're doing. You always want to be kind of cautious and make sure you're really paying attention to everything going on around you. Now, unfortunately, when I was recording this, the audio did get messed up, so I am kind of voiceover here. And I'm going to try and, tell you guys what's going on here. So right there, I just picked up a can of food. Now, in this game, you need a sharp object to open canned foods. You can't just open it and eat it. Now you actually have to open it with something. And when you first start off, you don't have anything to open it with. So you have to find, not only this canned food, but then also something to open it with. And also there, you can see, when you get a backpack, backpacks are huge because of the amount of space that they have, and you're able to store stuff. Now, you can have pants, shirts, and all kinds of things with storage space in them. Right there, I just picked up a can of tuna, and the can of tuna has a pull tab on it, so you can actually just open it up without actually needing anything to open it with. But the two things you really need to make sure of when you first start off is you need to find food and water to keep yourself alive. Now with these, when you find a random shirt lying on the ground, what you can do, and what I'm about to do here, is I'm about to tear it into rags. Okay, now see, I'm showing you right there, you can put it on, but then if you right click on the shirt, you can tear it into rags. Now what these rags do is, when you get hit, or you get hurt from something, you start bleeding. And if you don't stop the bleeding, you will bleed to death. So what you need to do is you need to have these rags so that you can bandage yourself and stop your own bleeding. And also in this standalone that you can see here, there's rotten food. And if you eat too much rotten food, you will get sick and eventually die. So what I'm doing here is showing you guys that since I have the tuna and I can't open it, I don't need to pick up this rotten food right now. But if you don't have, like, let's say you just have a bunch of canned food that you can't open, sometimes it can be beneficial to pick up rotten food, just because as a last resort kind of a thing, when you start dying of hunger, you need to eat something in order to stay alive, and it can be better to eat the rotten food as opposed to, not eating anything, because there is a chance that you'll get sick, but there's also a chance that you can, eat it and be okay. So it's always better to survive rather than to just die. Now here, after you find your food and your water, the next thing you want to do is you want to find a weapon, because you need to have a way to kill zombies and defend yourself against other players if you end up coming up against somebody. Because in this game, the one thing that people really want, I mean, it's just like an inbred desire, is to kill people. People that are bandits run around and they'll kill people and take their gear. And some people will kill you just so that you don't kill them. So getting a weapon is very important for defending yourself. And because when you fight zombies with anything other than some of the best melee equipment, it takes a while to kill them, and you end up losing a lot of blood, or can even get knocked unconscious and then die. So finding a weapon is just as important as finding food and some sort of drink as soon as you start off. Now, like I said, when you first start off, you want to check every building that you can, because a lot of the times the places that you start off with, most of the places will already be looted, and they won't have a lot of gear. Now luckily I spawned in here and none of these buildings were checked yet, so I'm able to run through them and find you know, as much gear as there is. But most of the time when you come in, there is no gear anywhere. There's a lot of just empty houses, so you kind of have to, you know, bear with it and get lucky sometimes when you're starting off. Right here, you can see I put on this raincoat, and the raincoat has 4 extra spots of inventory in it, but the thing that I don't like about it is that it is bright orange, and visibility in this game is very important because you don't want to be seen easily by players. You don't want them to be able to pick you out easily. You want to wear camouflaged equipment. You want to find ghillie suits, excuse me, anything that lets you kind of blend in with your surroundings, because when people can see you easily, that's just another reason for them to shoot you as soon as they see you. Right here I find an axe, and an axe is the best melee weapon in the game. An axe to the head or the upper torso is an automatic kill against people and zombies. So if you do find an axe, you want to make sure you pick it up, because then you can also use that axe for other things, such as opening food, which I do a little later in this video. But when you open food with an axe, you do lose a lot of it on the ground. Like it falls out because you're trying to open a can of food with a giant axe. So you want to find a can opener. That's the best thing to open food with, but you can with an axe if you need to. So I haven't opened up any of my cans yet because all I have is an axe, and I have that tuna that I opened up, so I don't want to, you know, waste food right now if I don't have to. So what I'm looking for right now is I'm looking for a gun and I'm looking for a can opener. Now that I have food, I have some stuff to drink, you know, I have a melee weapon. The next thing that I want is a gun and something in order to open up my food with. Now right here I find a first aid kit, and these are filled with a bunch of, you know, health benefit stuff for you. And what you can do is you can take this whole health kit into your inventory and then store, you know, the different stuff in it. So it kind of gives you an extra 2 slots right here, because you can drag this. It takes up 4 spots, but it holds 6 things. And it has, you know, blood bags, IV start kits, and syringes, which is everything you need in order to take blood and use a blood bag to heal yourself and or other people. It also has bandages and water purification tablets, which are important, because when you have what you can do is you can get a water bottle and fill it up through a well, and then sometimes the water won't be purified, so you'll get sick. So what you need to do is you need to have these tablets with you that you can purify the water before you end up drinking it. Now, you don't have to do that all the time, and there's a lot of times where you're okay, but sometimes the stuff can spoil, or you can get, you know, unclean water, and that's a problem too, because once you get sick, then it's very difficult to get healthy again. Now right now when I'm on top of this roof, I don't really look out too much because I haven't ran into any players yet, and I haven't seen any you know, doors that have been open yet. But you want to be careful when you're on rooftops and make sure that you check, you know, your surroundings for other people, because a lot of times people will look on rooftops and you're very visible up there. And right now I see I found this school or this office building, whatever you want to call it, and they have a couple floors, and they normally have a lot of good gear in them. There's a couple like main buildings that have a lot of good gear, and there's a school, the firehouse, the grocery store, sometimes churches, and then airfields. Airfields are where you find the best of the best equipment, but for right now there aren't like a whole bunch of things in the game right now, like as far as guns. But right here I find the best gun that is in the game currently, which is the M4. It's a semi-automatic rifle. It is the best gun, like I said, it's the best gun that there is. There's only really a few guns. I've only really seen 2 or 3 big guns and then a pistol. This is still the alpha, so they don't have a lot of things in the game yet. But this M4 is very, you know, important of a gun. And here they show off some of the customization where I find this bipod and I can attach it to my M4. So once I attach it, now it's on the gun. And I also find this rifle here. But unfortunately, neither of these guns have any ammo with them. Alright, so they don't have, you know, I found the M4 and I found this Mosin, but neither of them have clips with any ammo. So even though I have the gun, I can't use them yet, so I still am forced to use this fire axe. So I have the M4. The next thing I want to go looking for is some ammo. Right now I'm in the firehouse, and I find this vest. This vest has 8 spots that you can fill up with, and I think I heard a zombie down here or something, so I wanted to make sure that the zombie wasn't running up to me. But this kind of vest that you can wear over top of your shirt, and what it has is you can store stuff in. You can store guns, you can store other stuff. But the biggest thing is I want to get this orange rain jacket off me. I don't want to be wearing this anymore because it is way too flamboyant. It's too visible so that other people can find me. Because right now I'm in a building, but if you see a flashing, neon orange jacket, then people are going to be able to spot you. And I could wear this vest over top of my jacket if I wanted to, but I wanted to take it off. I was only really using it for storage, but now that I have something that's better, you can see here, I just took that off and just put on the vest over top of my shirt. At least it's some sort of camo as opposed to bright orange. And now I find a handgun, but once again, same problem, there's no clip. All there is the gun itself, no ammo. So I still can't really do anything with it until I'm able to find ammo, and for some reason it won't let me load these bullets into the gun. And what I think I need to find a clip and then add the bullets to the clip and then load the gun. This game is very in-depth, so you have to kind of think it through the way you would in real life. You got to get the clip, put the bullets in the clip, put the clip in the gun, but the clips don't always come with the gun, so you have to kind of look out for stuff, and if you find clips, keep them. And right here I find handcuffs on the ground. And what handcuffs are good for is if you find somebody who you're able to hold up, if you catch them off guard, or you see them and they can't see you and you're able to get them to lay down their weapons, what you can do is you can take those handcuffs and you can handcuff them and then take their gear and then leave them, they're still alive. You don't have to kill them, but then you can run away and be safe because it takes them a while to get out of those handcuffs. And here I find a water bottle. And a water bottle is very important because what you can do is you can fill it up with water from these drinking wells that are scattered throughout the map. And there's the water bottle, there's also a canteen. And I think the water bottle is better because it can hold more. But this way, what you can do is you can drink infinitely from the well, and you can drink until you're full. So then what you can do is you can fill the water bottle with water for when you're going on trips. That way you have something to drink. You don't have to carry around a bunch of cans of soda, which is why I just drank mine. Now here I found something really interesting because I haven't found a defibrillator yet, and I'm not entirely sure what this is for. Now I don't know if this is used to revive somebody when they're unconscious, or if you can actually bring somebody back to life after they're dead. If they can, that is definitely something new and something that is going to really change the way this game is played, because if you're running around with somebody with a defibrillator and you can die and then get brought back to life, that's pretty huge. I mean, as you can imagine. So I'm not entirely sure how it works. I took it just to take it because I couldn't see a reason why you wouldn't want to have a defibrillator. But like I said, I have it, and hopefully I want to find out what it does soon. But right here, I found these rifle bullets, and I'm trying to load them into this Mosin, and for some reason it says it doesn't fit. It won't fit in the M4. So once again, what I'm thinking is I need to find a clip for the Mosin or the M4 and then load them in. But with most bolt action rifles, some have clips, some you can just load the bullets directly in, kind of like a shotgun. So I'm not sure if the Mosin needs a clip or if those are just the wrong sized bullets. And like I was talking about earlier, this is the can opener. So once you find a can opener, you can open up your canned food with 100% of what's inside of them. And I give you a little demonstration here with the can opener and the axe, where when you use, all you have to do is drag it over, open the food, and then you see there's 100% underneath it. So that lets you know that 100% of what was in the can is still in there, and when you eat it, that percentage will drop, based on how much you ate. So right here I'm about to open this with the firefighter axe, and you can see it only has 51% remaining. meaning 49% of what was in that can just spilt on the ground because I tried to use the firefighter axe to open it up. So if you can, avoid using an axe at all costs to opening food, because you lose so much of what's in there, as opposed to if you have the can opener where, I have double the amount just from using the can opener. So you want to be kind of smart about what you do and how you open things, and you only want to use things when you absolutely need to, which is why I didn't open any of those cans yet, hoping that I could find a can opener, and I ended up getting lucky. Now right now, this is the well that I was telling you about. It's on the edge of town. I was done looting everything. I was on my way out. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to fill up, I wanted to stock up on water before I ended up going over to Cherno, because I want to go check that city out since it's the other biggest city, before I go hit some of the airfields, because I'm hoping I can find some ammo before I go to the airfields, because the airfields are pretty often filled with players, because like I said, that's where you get the best gear. So I'm just kind of preparing for my journey across to Cherno right now, so I'm going to drink from this well. And you can see the amount of times that I drink from this well before I actually get full. And your player tells you when you get full. And what that does, it really kind of sets you up for a long time, as opposed to, because you won't be thirsty for a while if you drink till you're full. And I'm still drinking water, and I still haven't become full yet. So it shows you how much you can actually drink. So you want to make sure if you find a well that you drink till you're full. And right there it just told me that I am full. So now I know that I'm full. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to fill up my water bottle for the trip, just in case, because it is a very far trip and it can take you a while to get places in this game. So I had to get the... Yeah, so here I filled up my water bottle. I'm preparing for the trip. Getting everything ready to go before I go over, because it takes you a long time to get anywhere. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. For those of you who are still watching, 17 minutes into the video. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if there's anything you guys want to see, anything that you want to know. Let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe to my channel, and then that way you can stay up to date. You can follow along with this character, because I'm going to kind of continue to show you how to build up your character to be somebody. So you can have gear and kind of play the game, well. And like this video if you found it helpful at all. Like I said, subscribe so you can follow along. I'm going to continue on to Cherno, go to an airfield, and then go from there. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to see you guys in the next episode. See ya.